So every day this week, EA's got a stream in the morning to go over some of the MUT ratings. Some of them we've seen, some of them we haven't. But the best part is we got RG on there. And why does it matter if we have RG on there? Well, because he actually knows the game and he knows thresholds and he knows what we want because he wants the same stuff that we do. So him providing that feedback and again, him putting it out there and maybe helping the MUT team with some things could be very clutch this year. Let's talk about the information we learned today on the MUT stream. If you're looking to build the best team in Madden, make sure you head over to MMOEXP.com to avoid the packs and save some racks. Use code CC for 5% off. The link is in the description below. Fastest coins, cheapest coins. Use code CC. We'll see you guys on the sticks. 5% off. Be great. Hey, what is going on, Madden family? We are here and it is time to talk about the MUT stream. Now, I thought it was going to be a real quick stream with a couple reveals and it was a much longer thing. If you guys want to go watch it all in its entirety, it's about an hour. It's twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL. Should be up there anyway. But the main thing is we had RG out there. We had Kralo out there as well. RG was sort of leading a lot of discussion for our favor and the player's favor of certain things that he likes and doesn't like. He dropped a lot of information about abilities that quarterbacks are going to be getting, which is great. Now, again, I love RG, but I'm going to disagree with him on some of his points here, and we will bring that up here very soon. So make sure you hit the like for me and are subscribed if you want No Money Spent. That is on my second channel that's linked down below. But I'm just going to jump into the most important thing that he was sort of saying was that this rookie premier Trevor Lawrence is going to be his day one quarterback. And I thought, okay, well, that's fair. I like the way that Lawrence looks too. He's a field general. He's got speed. He's got throw power. He's got accuracy. But again, so many people are getting Mahomes because they're pre-ordering the game. Now, if you're not pre-ordering the game, that's its own thing, right? But to me, my argument against it is that while this Trevor Lawrence is good, he is likely to be eclipsed very, very soon. It's just the way it is, right? So again, a field general with speed is always going to be a top tier. Think of someone like we had a Rich Gannon last year. A lot of people used that card, even though he didn't have the best release and all that. Right? But if we already have a Mahomes who's going to get some abilities, a dashing Deadeye, well as Trevor Lawrence is going to get set feet lead, which is kind of like sort of like gunslinger if you're not moving. Again, that's not a bad ability to have, but early on in the year, you don't always need the gunslinger anyway. We'll see how it all works out. If you happen to need that, sure. But again, I'm expecting other quarterbacks to be released very quickly. We know that Russell Wilson is in the Superstars program, right? That's going to put him at 90 overall. What abilities is an improviser going to get at 90? I don't know. We'll probably get a legend quarterback. Probably. Got to imagine that's going to be there as well. Who do we get? Is it a Steve Young? Is it a Michael Vick? Rich Gannon? Warren Moon? Vince Young? Whoever it is, right? So we don't know. And normally 90 or 91 overall is like a decent threshold for starting abilities, right? Because that's when they start to get that third slot. And it's helpful, right? So again, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, use this quarterback or don't use this quarterback. Because again, what we see on the 12th when the game drops with the EA Play trial and what we see by the 21st when Legends come out could be vastly different. Okay, get it? Got it? Good. Let's go into this. So again, they talked about a few things. I'm going to use Bobby's Twitter because he just got all the screenshots here. So shout out to Bobby. Let's see if we can sort of change this here. So they answered a couple questions. These are things that I thought were obvious and hopefully you guys thought were obvious too. All the team captains get all the team chemistries. Yes, they do. Does Cam Chancellor get all team chemistries? Yes, he does. Are there still physical chemistries? No, but they could be on strategy cards, right? This doesn't say that it's going to happen, but it could happen. It is coded in there to be allowed, right? So obviously, if there was any at launch, I feel like they would have said it here. Like, yes, there's it on the Sprinter team strategy card or whatever. But the one thing too, though, is if physical attributes, speed, acceleration, agility, all that are on team strategy cards, they're also going to take away from putting other chemistries on as well, right? So we currently only going to have 4 slots. So that we have one eventually, it'll take up one, and if we get more slots, it'll still, I'm not going to worry about late game MUT right now. I'm glad it's not there at the moment. bottom line. And then EA Play Pro members on PC get the full game on August 12th. Yes. EA Play Pro is only on PC. Keep that in mind, please. Thanks. Cool. Awesome. So let's look at the quarterbacks. Shout out to Bobby. We got Lamar Jackson coming in kind of low here, 83 overall, a little lower than I would have expected. But Lamar Jackson did change from scrambler to improviser this year, apparently. Okay, so what that means is he should get escape artist, unless there's an overall threshold tied to that, and there might be, but 86 speed is okay. 83 throw power is low. He's a low card, right? That still primes him to have, you know, once he gets a later card, to have some decent throw power. His accuracies are low. It's a Lamar Jackson card, you know, for what it is what it is. Then we got Russ Wilson right here. Again, this is his 85, so we know he's going to get an 89 with superstars, powered up to 90. So if we add 5 to all these attributes, 80 speed, 89 throw power, and the most accurate quarterback in the game at that point. Okay, so that other Russ is going to be good. Now again, at 80 speed probably doesn't hit escape artist or anything on there, but we'll see what other abilities that you can get for improvisers. It sounded like they were changing things up a little bit this year. We'll see. I don't mind the card. They gave him good throw power. Normally they don't give Russ good throw power, so shout out to that. Then we got Rodgers coming in at 86. Again, kind of expected, no problems here. A little slow, good throw power, good accuracies on him, obviously a great release. We always want the next Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, that is where we sort of aim to please. So imagine the next Aaron Rodgers is maybe a 91, 92. You add 5 to all that, his speed becomes decent, his throw power is up there, and then all of a sudden he's the best quarterback in the game. Now, if you're playing on next gen, I want to keep this as a real big point to you guys, okay? Escape artist isn't as necessary as it was on old gen, okay? So don't worry about all the speed so much. We've got Tom Brady. We've seen Tom Brady, but he does get set feet lead as well. So he has a kind of a bonus there, I guess, with a decent ability. And then we've got Mahomes, right? So Mahomes, if we weren't getting free, I'd probably be between him and Rodgers. It'd be pretty close for me. Trevor Lawrence, sure. I like that card as well from a day one perspective. It's not bad. It's really going to depend on who gets that first 91, 92 overall quarterback, where we're all going to flock to. And from a budget perspective, they did mention team builders Justin Herbert. Again, looks fine. If you want to have a secondary quarterback who can just move a little bit for maybe if you're doing some read options or some wildcat, they mentioned the rookie Justin Fields. He's like 74 overall with 82 speed, 85 throw power, 0 accuracy basically. But again, that's okay, right? We know that's going to happen. Those cards will obviously get their boosts and stuff. But again, what we're worried about is just right now at the very beginning. So if you're getting the pre-order, you're probably going to be using Mahomes. I wouldn't be wasting a Nat rookie premier token on Trevor Lawrence. I also wouldn't waste an auctionable one because I feel like Jamar Chase is going to be worth much more. So that's just kind of the downside to what Lawrence is, right? If he was in packs or if he was in a set or something like that, sure, man. Really good card. I do think that Trevor Lawrence's cards could set the precedence and could set the bar for us all year just because of such a high speed and a high throw power. Two things we really, really love on our quarterbacks on the archetype that's going to get hot route master and stuff pretty soon. So pretty cool. They showed the other top 10 players just in general for Mutt. Again, nothing overly stands out too much. The only thing I saw sort of again was Aaron Donald and Jack Youngblood are super similar from captain perspective, right? Devontae Adams, they have him as an 88 overall with route runner. Lance Allworth is the better version of a route runner. So again, you're going to be able to pick a top tier card for captain. Normally it's going to be Allworth or Jack Youngblood in my opinion. Some people I saw saying John Lynch, hey, you know, go for it. But then you've also got Moreg. Jamal Adams card will probably still be pretty juicy as well. So not overly worried about some of that stuff. But all in all, we got a lot of information and we got good information too. So I'm really happy with the level of detail that we got. And I hope once we get a little more into the other position groups, I think we'll probably learn a little bit more because RG is dropping some nuggets out there and I love the little nuggets. So shout out to my man RG for that. I kind of wish we could pick his brain a little bit more, but there's reasons we can't. So that is what it is. But regardless, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, make sure you are subscribed. Madden 22 is 10 days away. I'm out. Peace.